picking every NFL game for week 3. As you guys can see, last week I went 12-4, much better than my 9-7 start to week 1. We are 21-11 on the season with a 65.6% hit percentages. And I'm sorry the graphics keep changing up every week, but I might just stick with this kind of graphic here because they put it out every week. I like it when I can get the logos and the verses and all that you've seen in the last couple of videos. Well, let's go ahead and get into it. I would have picked the San Francisco 49ers, the best team in the NFL, to beat the Giants, one of the worst teams in the NFL. There's a reason I didn't talk about it tonight. They were supposed to go in and beat them the way they did, and they did it. I would have taken the Niners, and I ended up getting the pick right. I'm going to take the Titans over the way that they're playing right now, especially compared to the Cleveland Browns and how I was just talking about everything with JT. Titans have a great front seven, good defensive line, solid defense. Deshaun Watson is not playing like himself right now. They just lose Nick Chubb. What is the Kareem Hunt and Jerome Ford running back committee, or is Jerome Ford just going to be the running back one there? The defense is still good. I do believe that the defense could stifle the Tennessee Titans, DeAndre Hopkins, Derrick Henry, Ryan Tannehill, Tyjae Spears. And I almost want to take Cleveland here in a bounce back game. Like, honestly, as I'm making the pick right now, I'm like, damn, do I really want to take Cleveland? Because Cleveland's at home. I like the roster of the Browns better than the Tennessee Titans, but the way that the Browns just played, nah, I'm sticking with my gut. I always tell people, don't change your answer on a test if you're confident in it. I'm sticking with the Tennessee Titans here. The Falcons and the Lions. This could be a great game of the weekend. I think it will be one of the better ones. I would like to take the Atlanta Falcons, but I just realistically think that the Detroit Lions are a better football team right now. I like Jared Goff over Desmond Ridder. I guess you could say, kind of comparable with Arthur Smith and Dan Campbell. I love the defense of both of these teams, really the defense of the Atlanta Falcons here, but I believe the offense of the Detroit Lions will be just a little too much for the Atlanta Falcons defense here since they have only played the Carolina Panthers. They have only played the Green Bay Packers. I do think this is going to be the best team of the year that they've played. So go ahead and give me the Detroit Lions here. The New Orleans Saints and the Green Bay Packers. Y'all already know what's going on. I'm taking my New Orleans Saints in this game. We're going to talk about the Saints-Packers preview when we get into the Who Dat corner in just a minute. But the Saints, I think, are just a better team than the Green Bay Packers. I like the quarterback. Packers probably have a better O-line than us and how we're playing right now. The Saints defense is clearly elite. Jordan Love plays the Bears, worst defense in the league. Plays the Falcons, good defense. Don't think it's as good as ours. It's comparable. They could possibly be evenly good, right? But I'm going to take the New Orleans Saints here over the Green Bay Packers. The Broncos and the Dolphins. Potential bounce back game here for the 0-2 Broncos. The Dolphins, I have them at 7 on my power rankings. I could probably put them as a top 5 team with the way they've played so far this year in a shootout and then really muscling it up against Bill Belichick. I just believe the offense here will possibly be too much for the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos offense in the first half on scripted plays, Sean Payton and Russell Wilson are doing great, but they're not adjusting after halves. Miami has shown that they can be versatile. They can win in a shootout. Tua can throw for all those yards, and he can also take 60% snaps with 3 high safeties bracketing Jalen Waddle and Tyreek Hill and still beat you 24-17, just like he did against the New England Patriots. I'm going to take the Miami Dolphins in this game. The Chargers and the Vikings. The battle of 0-2 teams here. The battle of 2 very surprising teams here so far in the NFL. I like the offense of the Chargers over the Vikings, no doubt. And we see that the Vikings, no Adam Thielen, losing Cook, losing Dalvin Cook. Like, we've seen some pieces get away from this team offensively, the way they're playing so far this year, losing to the Bucs, who have a good defense. Like, I won't necessarily knock them for that because the Bucs do have a good defense. But the Los Angeles Chargers, they don't have a defense to necessarily possibly stop this Minnesota offense. Something tells me here to take the Chargers, though. I know Minnesota's at home. Going to take the Los Angeles Chargers in this game. The New England Patriots and the New York Jets. I'm going to take the Patriots in this game as well. Bill Belichick has always made a fool of Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson throws 3 interceptions last week against not arguably one of the best, against one of the best defenses in the NFL in the Dallas Cowboys. Again, Bill Belichick takes away your best weapon. If he was just able to hold Tua and company to 24 points, I can only imagine what he's going to possibly do here to the New York Jets. Now, I know the defense of the Jets is better. I get that. I know that the offense of the Jets is potentially better. I get that. But I still like Mac Jones and this coaching over Zach Wilson and Robert Saleh. Give me the New England Patriots. I think the Buffalo Bills are going to play a great game this weekend against the Washington Commanders. Eric Bieniemy is going to have his first real test to go up against an offense here. They beat the Cardinals. They beat the Broncos. I give them credit for the Broncos win, but I obviously can tell the Broncos are not what I thought they were this year. The Buffalo Bills blow out the Raiders 38-10, kind of get back to themselves. I can see the Bills here winning a potential shootout of like 35-31. Give me the Buffalo Bills. Houston and Jacksonville. Give me Jacksonville, clearly the better team. CJ Stroud, I believe, is still kind of nursing a shoulder injury. I didn't get super into the injury reports before I started going through these picks or even before I got into the show, but I think this is pretty straightforward. Nice divisional game. Jacksonville's at home. They win comfortably. Indianapolis and Baltimore. Anthony Richardson is officially out this week, so Gardner Minshew steps in. I just think Baltimore is the much better team here, the more explosive team. I like everything about Baltimore over the Indianapolis Colts. Carolina versus Seattle. Bryce Young is not playing in week 3. I'm fairly positive. He has the ankle injury. JT said call Child Protective Services because it only took 3 weeks for Bryce Young to get hurt underneath the Carolina Panthers' watch. I do think the Seattle Seahawks are the better team here, clearly. Panthers are a bottom team in the league for me. And Geno Smith, DK Metcalf, Pete Carroll in that defense, I think they'll make just fine work here of the Carolina Panthers. The lock of the week, not even going to go into it. The worst team in the NFL right now in the Chicago Bears versus the top 3 team in the NFL right now in the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs can probably win this one 35-0, 42-0, 42-14, 35-7, 42-3. I don't know. Chiefs in a blowout, though, by far. Lock of the weekend. Dallas and Arizona, another lock of the weekend. Not too many great games on the slate here. Going to take Dallas in a blowout as well on the road, but they're playing Arizona. Dallas is going to do what Dallas does. They're going to blow out bad teams, and everyone's going to be like 3-0 Dallas Cowboys. Jets, Giants, Cardinals. Kind of wonder there. I'll take Dallas, though, no doubt. Pittsburgh and Vegas. I think this one could be possibly sneaky good. Now, yes, the Raiders are coming off of a 38-10 blowout over the Buffalo Bills. And the Pittsburgh Steelers are coming off of 2 horrible games to start the year, and they're somehow 1-1. Blown out by the Niners, winning the turnover fest and the hideous Matt Canada offense against the Cleveland Browns. But I took Mike Tomlin last week at home. Something felt right about it. Raiders are coming off the uglier game than the Steelers, so I'll take the Pittsburgh Steelers here. Not going to bet against Mike Tomlin. The Philadelphia Eagles and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, I think it's be a sneaky, we won't go away game from the Bucs here. Bucs are at home. Jalen Hurts facing off against this good defense, which I've always thought it's a good defense, even with kind of the pieces that they moved around. Baker Mayfield is clearly comfortable. He's wheeling and dealing right now in his new role with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I got a lot of respect for what's happening there, but clearly Philly's the better team. Philly's the better roster, and ultimately Philly is just going to win this football game fair and square. The Rams and the Bengals. I almost wanted to tank Cincinnati here in a bounce-back game, but Joe Burrow's got that aggravated calf injury. The Rams are one of the most surprising teams in the NFL this year. Byron Young, Kyron Williams, Puka Nacua, Matthew Stafford, just absolutely being able to die stuff up, get comfortable. Credit to Sean McVay in the way he is able to coach that damn team. The draft picks, he's a hell of a salesman. Everybody wondered why OBJ came over in the Super Bowl year, and you see that the way he produced in the Super Bowl is exactly why he decided to go be with the LA Rams. Give me the Rams for how they're playing right now and the damn good coaching job of Sean McVay. This guy can really get coach of the year. I'm going to just be honest. The Rams are expected to be a bottom 5 team, bottom 10 team in the league. I feel horrible for saying they were only going to win a couple games because already Sean McVay, not Sean Payton, as I almost said, is showing me what he can actually do. Give me the Rams over the Cincinnati Bengals. So I will take the Niners, already took them. I'm going to know. I'll take the Titans, the Lions, the Saints, the Dolphins, the Chargers, the Patriots, the Buffalo Bills, the Jaguars, the Ravens, the Seahawks, the Chiefs, the Cowboys, the Steelers, the Eagles, and the Los Angeles Rams. Again, 12-4 last week, 21-11 on the season. So I got a 65.6% pick success rate here on the NFL with AJL as we're picking every NFL game from every single week as we go through the season.